was unmanned, but it was not reporting because the feedback from it, you need to have somebody on ground who understands what it is. And luckily for us, I'm sure that we will try to get Abubakar Sadiq, the former Air Force chief, to join ADC and get Buratai. Some of them the people who have already studied this and who are on ground, who became politicians operating this. The military personnel in Nigeria are capable. Let's not miss what's about it. What has happened is some people have been making money from the ill-advised or ill purchases. If you remember, one of the things we accused General Bade, the FIC, the one that died, the former chief of SAF, was that they purchased flight helicopters that were refurbished from the Parks and Gardens office in Florida of 1964, and they bought aircrafts and brought it here. Two of that aircraft crash landed and killed the former SGF of Nigeria, his cousin, this man, Babachir Lawal, one of his cousins who was in the Air Force, died in one of those aircrafts. And he's a Christian and he bought this. So Nigeria's problem is not about whether you're a Christian, Muslim, party, listen. It's about the mindset of the people who are running the show at the time. So right now, we think as Nigerians, the security architecture of the country needs to be redesigned such that per kilometer, by every 10 kilometers square in our 980 plus, need to have a report sheet on it. And you can have that even on Google Map. You can do it on yourself if you want me to show you how it's done. But all of that has been experimented upon, but you still need human beings and boots on the ground. Everything that you say you want to do. And it is the willingness and the mindset. That's why I am enthused more often when I hear those who have been, who were with us in my encounter with people like Alhaji Atiku Abubakar in 1999 when I was in the House and he was vice president, or with my brother Peter Obi, who was governor, and we contested together with me, Nimo, and him in Anambra in Abga in 2003 when we formed the party. These are people that excuse me seeing them here, because there are people who I believe they are also committed Nigerians who will do as much as I will do in the same set of circumstances. They are in the mindset. No president will carry AK-47 and enter Mambisa. Let's not. Nobody's going to promise you that. But it is knowing what to do and having the willingness to unleash on this same trance around the country what effectively needs to be done to bring them down. And we have the capability to do that. And what to do is known and can be done. That's my position.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, Mr. Onuka, do you have a question?
Yeah, so yes, my brother. Dos, how are you? Thank you.
I'm fine, sir.
Yeah, Honorable Minister, thank you so much. I love my cap. You see, it's good to have people like you. Sometimes, Kenneth, my brother, good evening. Once again, good evening, viewers. And my brother, you see how the minister were able to tabulate these things after the other. That's why I told Avel, don't shun anybody. This is democracy. Let them vent and let them tell us what and how they feel. You see, like I said earlier, the last election was lost because nobody campaigned in the Southeast. That was partly why somebody got 98%. When we have credible and competent people like this, whether as VP or whether as presidential candidates, there is no way you tell me that somebody will have 98%. It's not possible, because I know people of the Southeast, they believe in competence. So thank you, Honorable Minister. You see, once again, what we're all doing here is to have a better Nigeria, and a better Nigeria is possible. So we'll all continue to support ADC, go to our respective wards, register, and get all our people, family members to register, our followers, our dependents to register with ADC, and also come out and defend our vote on that very day. Because this very government has no pathway to victory if we come together. If the Southeast come together with the North, there is no pathway, there is no rigging that will bring APC back in 2027. And this election, like I said earlier, is for the Southeast to lose. Because if we make mistake and lose this 2027, either VP or president, my dear, it will take us 2039 or thereabout. That is 20 years after again, before you will now think of anybody from the north, from the southeast to fire for such position. So we have credible candidates from the south. We have people that can run as VP or run as president on the southeast. But when the time comes, that is why a party like APC is a credible platform for everybody. It's a democratic platform. If you believe you're popular, just come and buy the presidential ticket and go for the primary. They are go there and test your popularity. So, like people used to talk about Atiku Abubakar or talk about any other person, it has nothing to do with an individual. Atiku Abubakar has been vocal about the need for transparency and accountability in governance. Just like the Honorable Minister just said, Atiku Abubakar often advocating for reform to combat corruption. He emphasizes the importance of strengthening Nigerian institutions to ensure effective governance and development. So when we have people like this, my brother, that just the last speaker now, you know that Nigeria has hope. There is hope for Nigeria. So let us continue to work. Whoever that believes is popular, please just get the form, get the ticket, come and contest. If you win, the rest will follow you. Just like he said, there is no need for us to abuse anybody. There is no need for us to worry. There is no need for us to continue to talk down on anybody. You know, it's a free world, it's a free space, it's democracy. So let us please come together and then buy the form, whether as a presidential candidate or whatever it is. At the end of the day, whoever that wins, let us come together and join the person and make sure we take this thing from APC before we now come back and now discuss how to share power. Thank you. I want to yield at this point.
Thank you, Dr. Onuka.
Yeah, so thank you, Dr. Onuka. Give me a moment. We need a strong voice like the voice of Dr. Emeka. You understand? And Dr. Kenneth, we already know him. I believe a lot of us follow him already. But Dr. Emeka is not active on this as well. Please, can you guys follow him? Let us follow him en masse so that he will begin to talk to us. If he's talking to us, he will know what we need. And if he becomes someone that can help us in the future, he will know where we're at. You understand? A lot of politicians, they stay away from us because they say it's toxic, ethics is this and that. Please let us follow him and show him love. Because the more we alienate people, the more we are hurting ourselves because they are who they are. Like anything that's happening, and we need us to go to it. Let us follow him, make him comfortable so that we hear more from him. Imagine the voice. This is not the best of understand. Imagine this kind of powerful voice fighting for your interest because you have made it to in a place that you know cares about you. So it's not about the politician that is a particular position. Does that politician have? Does he care about you? Are you the politician today? Are you that politician? What do you do to that politician? What have you done for them? For you. So it doesn't matter. There are people who think things is microwave, right? Like it because they are. So please let us follow Honorable Chukwu and let us interact with him. I hope he comes back to thank you, sir. And I hope he's president or vice president. I don't know because I want to understand. Anyway, I've never heard Historia. Go ahead and Kiruka, please. We don't insult people here. Very respectful and we don't have this question. Thank you, Kiruka. I know you do well. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to say, ABC arise and shine Nigeria. ABC arise and shine. ABC arise and shine Nigeria. Thank you. Good evening, Honorable Nwajiuba and Dr. Kenneth and ladies and gentlemen in this discussion this week. I'm very happy with the voices I've heard. I have been several times in the States with the ADC youth, and I've talked there. I am the publisher of NN News Media, and I'm always happy I see online. I want to know what they want to happen in Nigeria. First of all, there is a question General asked Kenneth Okonkwo that I don't think that Kenneth Okonkwo remember the question. How much is the form of ABC? It's expensive. I think we didn't address that one. I said it's good to remember in case to address it. Everybody knows it's expensive. So those that want to purchase it, I will continue. Okay, please, if you want to talk, you can talk.
No, if you have your question is not through, you can go ahead. But the answer to your question is very simple. The time for the primary has not commenced, so the ADC has no price for the form.
Okay.
It is not there. Law. There are specific periods that are marked out for the primary. As a matter of fact, it's illegal now for anybody to even start campaigning. So
Okay.
when the time comes, we will now take the decision and let everybody know.
Okay, thank you for addressing this because that is a question we asked. So I want to talk about zoning and I want to talk about promotion and strategy in election because I'm sure that I studied in school and I know how elections are going to work. It doesn't work the way we think. So when we talk about zoning here now, someone said that instead of zoning, what I want to attribute to this is that zoning for the first place, what are we saying? Are we zoning to the south or zoning to the south? I'm not talking of ABC, I'm talking of even ABC. How many times has Southwest produced presidency? The president was saying 8 years. During Buhari, somebody from Southwest because they organized the APC to face it. Tinubu wanted to be the GP for Buhari. Buhari rejected. Nobody from the same Southwest or Nigeria that first that Buhari must take it because they know that Buhari represented Osibanjo. After they finished, come down to Southeast. My brother here, Nwajiuba, was supposed to contest for that president. Let on the gentle soul rest in peace. He was crying. He was crying at the pit of Ghana. Where is the justice? That is what that night is the day I know that there is nothing like zoning.
Please, we don't have time. It's just 1 minute to ask a question or give a submission.
Please, okay.
Not a submission, just one question.
So what I want to say is that zoning is not required now. What is required now is how to save Nigeria from APC administration. Anybody talking about zoning now does not want to save Nigeria. Our reputation outside of the internet. I live that. I know what I'm saying. I remember somebody asked me here in Nigeria. And I say, yes, I said, your country is being bombed. You know, you cannot protect Nigeria. This is what I'm saying. So anybody doing propaganda on the media telling you that APC are representing to make sure that APC is right, I don't believe that the person lives in it, because even hunger alone cannot make you think of it in 2027. Although they are enriching. So I want to thank everyone at this space. Although there's no much time for me to speak much. I want to thank everyone, and I want to thank the host that made this happen. What we will be doing is how to save Nigeria, not only the ambition. And primary is democratic. Everybody should go to primary, whoever emerges to be supported. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you. Okay. Go ahead, Dos Santos.
No, you can go. You can go. You have to.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
I wanted to
All right.
question.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nkiruka. Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Kenneth and Honorable Emeka Nwajiuba. My name is Otogu across DC, and sorry, I think I came a bit late, but I've been enjoying the conversation so far. And now that we know that we have another presidential candidate in the APC, I think it's good, and I think very much needed to see you more on the social media space, so we understand and see your capacity. Although some of us know you as a rep and as a former minister in the last Buhari's government, and hopefully we know at least a bit of your capacity. We should know you more. You should be out there more. At least we didn't even know your contestant, as you just said it now. Did someone ask you that question? I wouldn't even ask you the question because we have no idea. It was just a few days ago we were talking about, permutations in the southeast and the next election that we even came up with your name. Put it out there. But anyways, thank you very much for honoring this invite. And we have to move on now to the next person to ask questions. Please, if you want to ask a question, please put your hands up. We can actually bring you up to ask a question. And I know that our guests here today are capable, and of course, we already know them. That's fine. Okay, so budget. You are the next. After budget, we go to Eze Chikwelu, and go to Ben as well. Then we go to Mao. Budget, you have the mic.
Yeah, thank you. I greet you, Avril. I greet you, my honorables. I greet you, my fellow Nigerians. Let me start by saying the APC has done the difficult part by giving us a united platform and a united leadership that is showing readiness to combat the cancerous and poisonous APC and Tinubu's regime. The least we can do as a people is to play our own role, making sure that we save ourselves, which is most important, because nobody will come and save us. We have the mantle and the responsibility to work with the ADC and save ourselves. And I like what Mr. Kenneth said earlier on convincing Nigerians, because if you want to convince Nigerians, you must do things differently. And that is why my question is to Mr. Kenneth. We know we are having a blueprint in the ADC, practically a book that will guide us as a party, and will guide every candidate that will be aspiring for any position, so that we can have a country that will work in synergy with all political leaders, from the president to the VP, Senate, House of Reps, states, and federal level, the councillors and the chairman. This book and this blueprint will be what will lead us to prosperity. So I would like to ask, what is the update on that blueprint, so that Nigerians will know we are not just going to save them as we have promised, we are going to show them the way.
Well, I am very impressed that you are following up with what ADC is doing. At least to some of you that have some information, you can see that we are actually not relenting. We are trying to build a solid foundation. The books will soon be out. You know, when you do such things, you still have to submit it to the appropriate authorities to look at it and vet it. So, but they are going to come out very beautiful, and they will soon be out. Like I told you before, we have a determination not to do things the way that other parties had done things, because we don't want to go the way that they have gone. So we are fortifying our foundation and try to make our rules very clear, very legible, very simple to grasp, and explained in different languages. So it will soon be out. Thank you.
It's a really good story.
Thank you very much. Who is that speaking, please? Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Kenneth. Eze Shikwelu, you have the mic. Please, if we drop you after you ask your questions, we're not dropping you because you just want to. We have a couple of requests. We have a lot of requests. So others can actually have the opportunity to ask their questions as well. So we ask your questions, we drop you so that we can bring others up. We have a lot and lots and lots of requests. All right, thank you very much. Eze Shikwelu, you have the mic.
Thank you very much, Odogu Dos Santos. I can't see Honorable the Honorable Nwajiuba. I can't see him anymore. Was it your hailing that made him go down? So,
I think it dropped. We'll see how to bring him back up.
You heard too much. You heard too much, and he now became yeah. Please get him back. Extremely bright guys. I want to stand on the same protocol. Professor Kenneth Okonkwo, no, Dr. Kenneth Okonkwo, or Barrister Kenneth Okonkwo, aka Andy. Good to have you here. I really wish the other honorable to be here as well. Sweet guys, extremely bright. I think this is a kind of mission we should be having at this time. Kenneth Okonkwo, I have a question for you, please. But before then, I want to lay something on your desk, Kenneth Okonkwo, and I want you to please review it and tell us what you think. I think you have an opinion on it, but I want to put something different across to you, and I want to get your opinion before I ask a question. You said something about vote buying as a test of somebody's popularity. No, differ a bit, sir. Why? I think the people are hungry, and me and you know, going by Maslow hierarchy of needs, people will buy first or any other thing. So if you put in front of them on money, they are likely to sell their votes. I think the fathers who are the politicians should know better and not exploit hungry people. Saying that, I would like to step aside and differ on the fact that people's accepting money to buy vote is a test of somebody's popularity. I want to hear your view on that when you answer my question. My question borders on productivity. Dr. Okonkwo, you are in NWC, and I want to hear if you guys are discussing that. If not, I want you to take this back to them. When it comes to productivity, we always look at America, right? America is a country that has strong institutions that have existed for over 240 years, and they all work. So even without the president or the president being a dullard, America will function. Coming to Nigeria, in ADC, it is that we passionately love, right? We are pushing it forward, and we are going to take back power and turn this country around. In the context of productivity, Dr. Okonkwo, are you guys considering age? Because the older you get, the lower your productivity, even the weight of Nigerian problems. Are you guys considering age? Thank you.
Thank you for the questions, and thank you for disagreeing with me. That's the beauty of democracy. The summary of your disagreement is that you are blaming the giver and you are justifying taker because you are giving an excuse for him that he took because he's hungry. Why have you not considered being a thief? Because we are all disgruntled, like my brother said. Honor. You know what Shakespeare said? He said, put honor on one eye and death on the other. And I do not mind dying because I love the name of honor more than I fear death. It is better to serve in dignity than to sell your conscience. I blame the taker as much as I blame the giver. I mean, that we are all not criminals in Nigeria is because of our determination to do the right thing, despite the fact that we are starving. Now, I did say, because you cannot compete against the ruling government that is actually taking all the money of Nigeria to use it to influence election. You in the opposition, you cannot compete with them. And I said, the only tool you have is the tool of convincing the people that the 10,000 they are going to take to sell their destiny, because a government that has all the apparatus of power and the monopoly of force can ruin a country, can take a country to war, can destroy everything by going in 4 years. So it is better, like I said, you have to inspire your own followers. You have to inspire the people. You have to influence them through inspiration, because you don't even have the tools to intimidate. You don't even have the tools to manipulate. So the issue here is I blame the taker as much as I blame the giver. I don't, as a human being, I'm not very good in liking excuses, because excuses and successes do not go together. But the issue I want you to know is that it is difficult to catch people who are giving money in order to influence people to vote for them. Nobody will come to a polling unit when people are voting to start giving money. They could arrange it even in their homes. But my question is, if you take somebody's money, for instance, somebody gives you money without you're asking for it, is the person going to follow you to the cubicle where you're voting? That's why I say that any leader that is loved by his people, who knows how to inspire his people, who actually have been living to help his people, they will think twice to take money to sell out such leaders. So that is by the way. So I respect your opinion. If I understood you, you're blaming the giver, you're making excuses for the follower. But summarily, I am blaming both the giver and the follower, and I make no excuses for either. Now, when you talk about age, in all honesty, because democracy evolves, when I see the performance of some youths, like my brother pointed out, we had the governor of Kogi State. When he came in, every youth, including me, I was so happy. But it is still the APC that took him to court and said he embezzled 81 point something billion naira. He was the youngest of all the governors. The same party that brought him in is the party that is making this allegation against him. So you cannot say because he's in the opposition. So they may have had their own things. And like my brother pointed out, you have a president who is just interested in who are the people who know how to make election, who know how to grab the power, because this same person, this president has made him a member of the committee to reconcile. You can imagine. Some government took him to court. So it is something billion naira. No elderly person has been that has been brought to court for such an amount. So remember what the former humanitarian minister did. He was the first to be sacked as a minister. Another youth, a female. So these things are happening. Honestly, I started praying to God. Oh God, give us a capable leader. Give us a leader with character, capacity, with courage, with compassion, with integrity, with discipline. These things I told you now are the foundation for ADC. These 5 things, they are what we said in ADC that we are going to pursue. They are what David Mark put as our foundational characteristics. Give us a leader that has these qualities. Of course, if a leader, if I know is not healthy, like our president now, that has spent more than 196 days abroad, everybody knows that he's unwell, even when we're campaigning. So if I see a person who is a member of the town hall different from Baba Blue, no, that I'm not going to support it because the person is unwell. We are seeing the consequences because the person will be aware. But if I can prove that somebody is healthy, in all honesty, I am not going to consider age. In 2027, I am going to consider your capacity, your experience, because Nigeria has become so bad that we need people who can bail us out. People who are, if you have a track record before, and when you were serving, you did well, I will consider it. So age is important. If somebody can prove to me that he's healthy at any age, I wouldn't bother. In America, the last president left when he was 82. Throughout his regime, nobody accused him of a lot of things. Age caught up with him. Everybody saw it, and they said he has to do 1 term. But when he came in, he was smart and allowed him, and he achieved a lot for them. So we've had young people as president of America, old people as president of America, and they did well. Their country is the most powerful nation on earth. So age is important as long as the person is healthy. When you are not healthy, even if you're at something years, I will not support you because you're not healthy. So health is what I'm going to consider principally before talking about age. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Kenneth. Let me just help you a bit. I think this issue is very simple. So let's come to this present. We have a minister for communication and innovation. Very young, bright guy. What's he doing? Nothing. We have a minister for youth. I can't remember the last time he spoke. I don't know if I ask, maybe half of the 100 and 200 and something people here, they might not even know his name. So we have a lot and lot and lot of them. So if he has nothing to do about age, but your capacity, your ability, your experience, and all that. And sometimes when they talk about comparing Nigeria to America, I laugh. In America, you do not, if you apply for a job, they do not even consider your age. It's not even part of the priority. Look at your experience and your capacity to do the job. So what are we talking about here? But thank you very much, Doctor. You dealt with that question. At least we all know the present president of America today is 79 years old. And he, by Monday or Tuesday, is going to be just 1 year in government. So he has 3 more years to go. So we should know how old it's going to be by the time. All right, let's move on. I think we have Ben next. Then we'll go to Maho. Then we'll go to Johan. Thank you. Ben, your question, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you to the speakers. Dr. Barrister Kenneth, thank you so much for spending time with us here. I have a few questions for you. First the issue of zoning and equity.
Please, one question, please. There's only just one question.
Yeah. The issue of zoning and equity has always been at the heart of, the way Nigerians vote. Whether it's even the way some parties, it has also been at the heart of the success and downfall of so many political parties in Nigeria. We can talk about the PDP in 2015. We can also talk about what happened to the PDP in 2023. Right. We can talk about also the success of parties, what happened to APC in 2015. Even the unity we saw in PDP in 2019 was addressing this whole zoning issue, APC, especially when it comes to North and South. How much do you think this will play a role in the pattern of voting, of the people, in 2027? And then when you say that you see a northern ticket winning this southern ticket, right? That is your stance. If the ADC presents a southerner as the leader of the ticket, what will be your message to the people? What will be the strong thing you present the southerner as? That will make him win, since you already have the stance that it is a northerner that can win this current southerner who is in power. And I would also like to know how what Dr. Nwajiuba thinks about this, since he is going to contest. He sees himself as someone who can win. So what does he think about your stance, Dr. Kenneth? That it is a northerner that can win a southerner. Thank you.
What I did was I gave you historical evidence, and I said that it is always difficult to use somebody from the same section to defeat an incumbent from that section. I give an example with Buhari. Buhari contested election 4 times in Nigeria. 3 times he contested election was against Southern contestant. In all those times, he scored 12 million votes or more by his own person. The ones he contested against his northern brother, he got 6.6 million votes. And that was a contest against Yaradua, who was supported by an incumbent government in PDP. He got 50% of the votes that he always gets when he contests with somebody from the other section. So what I am telling you, the reason for that is that when an incumbent has taken half of the time, remember the tenure of office for any person is 4 years, not 8 years. 4 years. So when an incumbent has done that, if you want a disruptive change, if you bring somebody from the same section as the incumbent, he will swallow him. Now, just watch what the APC people are doing. APC is not scared of an Atiku Abubakar. APC is not scared of a people. APC is not scared of Rotimi Amici or anybody. APC is scared that all of them will work together as one. That is why they are scared now. PDP came to New World and say, PDP must be sold to the south. I warned people. I said, look at this strategy. What they meant is zone to PDP. Immediately they deceived PDP, and PDP came out and said, we are zoning to the south. The same people now say, you see, you already have a president from the south. Allow him to finish. PDP, you should not bring out a presidential candidate. It happened. That is what is happening. Governor Wike, he was the one who championed the cry. PDP, zone to south. You must zone to south. Remember what you did in 2023. And you know what? PDP now said, okay, foolishly, They say we have zoned it south. The same people told people, sorry, it can only be Tinubu because they are from the same section. So can't you see even how APC people now are campaigning that APC should bring out the Southern, and they are telling you using zoning when they know that the incumbent was one who terminated the tenure of a Southerner of Jonathan. How did he do it? He used the Northerner to disrupt Jonathan's regime. Do you think that Tinubu did not want to be president as of 2015? He wanted to be president. But he knew that if he, as a Southerner, had contested against Jonathan, he would fail. Jonathan was to use the power of incumbency to take the whole North. And they will flog Tinubu and he will fail. He first and foremost used the Northern to disrupt Jonathan, a fellow Southerner. I waited for 8 years and became president. So I was simply giving out history because I like to be honest. And I said it would be more difficult to use somebody from the same section to defeat an incumbent. Underline that word, incumbent, from the same section. Nobody fought like me in 2023 to ensure that the power comes to the South. But I was saying that justice does not mean North and South. It has to be narrowed down to the zone. If APC believes in justice, let them zone to the Southeast. Let every party zone to the Southeast. If they don't believe it, then they are deceiving you. Because what do you tell a man from Northeast that has never produced president since 1999? What do you tell a man from Northeast, North Central, that has not produced president since 1999? Then you're saying, let it be zoned again to Southwest to produce president for 16 years, produce vice president for 8 years, and North Central has not produced whether president or then where is the justice? Assuming. So what I'm saying is that having this at the back of the of my mind, I said, look, history shows that if you want a disruptive change, you use somebody from the other section to disrupt. And I said, since you can do for 4 years, anybody who wants to contest should agree that he will do 4 years and let it be a transitional government. So that was why I stood where I made that comment that I made. I did not say South should be excluded, North should be excluded. I said whoever wants to contest should contest. Anybody that wins, we will support. But my own personal opinion is that one day what I'm saying is not. That was where you got it wrong. Either way, when Buhari had done 4 years, Atiku and Obi could not win him in 2019 because of that thing I'm telling you, that it is difficult to use somebody from the same section to defeat an incumbent. So it is not limited to South. It is both North or South. So I'm just trying to tell you the political history of Nigeria and how it has worked. That was why I made the statement I made.
Thank you, Dr. Kenneth. Yeah, you because even Yaradua, Buhari could not defeat Yaradua, right? They were from the same state, the same region, right? So that's it. And for Tinubu, he has always wanted to get presidency, and his own path was through becoming a vice president to a northerner. He tried it with Atiku. Atiku refused because of Muslims ticket. He tried it with Buhari. Buhari refused, and he also tried it with Nuhu Ribadu, right? But he did not accept Nuhu Ribadu. He did not lobby for vice president Nuhu Ribadu because Nuhu Ribadu is younger than him politically, right? So yeah, I agree with you regarding that. Who is the next person, Dogo?
Johanna is next.
Okay, yeah, Johanna, go ahead, please.
All right, thank you. I appreciate the submissions Dr. Kenneth made so far. But please, I consider when we critically look, it is not just enough to bring a northerner. Anytime you seek to calculate the pathway to opposition winning, you would have to include Southeast as one of the zones that the opposition must win. And the sentiment in Southeast, from the reactions we've seen so far, they believe it is either you give a Southeasterner, preferably Peter Obi, or Tinubu continues. So it is not just enough to say that we are making the contest open, or let the northern have it. What is the okay? Let me add to this that in 2023, when Soludo wrote a thread very long to explain why he feels the candidacy of Peter Obi stood no chance to win the election, and he went further to say that he prefers Southeast, negotiating with other zones to be able to produce president. And we saw how the reaction that the youth, especially from Southeast, did completely. If Toludo was to contest election that same year, 2023, he probably would have lost because of the way the youth reacted. So what are we putting on ground? Should a northerner fly the ticket? What do you intend to do to be able to water down the reaction that is that could surface from region like Southeast, to be able to calm nerves and ensure unity to be able to win the election? Not that I believe also that a northerner stand a better chance, especially a particular way I've always said. But then we must be able to have a way to tame the Southeast youth, particularly. So how do you intend to go about that? Thank you, sir.
All right. In 2023, I was the only spokesperson from the Southeast in the movement. And I can tell you a lot of people say that I helped to convince their mind. First of all, I disagree with you completely that what the people in the Southeast are saying is, if Peter Obi does not come in, let Tinubu continue. God forbid. Honorable Nwajiuba talked. He's from the Southeast. I am talking. We are part of the elite of the Southeast. You heard him by your mouth. When people get their information from social media, most times you get the wrong information. A lot of people that are even saying those things on social media are APC members. They've tried all methods to bring division and crisis, which are the Southeast people that are saying, if it is not Peter Obi, let Tinubu continue. Who will say that? Honorable Nwajiuba said, who is not disgruntled in Nigeria that will ever make that's all. Honorable Nwajiuba, if you want to say, anybody that will say that is a criminal. And when he gave his reason, I agreed with him. So my brother, if anybody will come from Niger Republic, if Nigerian constitution allows the person, and the person is good, honestly, I prefer the person to I'm telling you the truth. It's all that the constitution may not allow. So the Southeast has always maintained one thing: good governance. The Southeast did not even choose Obi because he's from Southeast. Southeast had other people from Southeast. It's because we were able to convince Southeast that he is for good governance. I remember when we were campaigning, Obi would say, don't vote for me because I am Igbo or I'm from Southeast. Vote for me because I can do the work. So anybody who is not coming when Tinubu has taken 4 years, and he's telling you, if you don't vote for this person, then let Tinubu continue. Let me tell you one secret. If Tinubu continues, not one of all those people that are aspirants to be president will suffer it. It will be the commoners that will still suffer it. You mean, and former vice president, former governor, former what would we want to suffer? So when they say let Tinubu continue, that person that is saying it is the person that will suffer to death. So my brother, the Southeast does not have that orientation, and we will continue to tell them that let them come en masse, support whoever. If they want someone from Southeast, democracy deals with nation amongst the people and collaboration with others. I am one person that wants somebody from the Southeast to be president today, even yesterday. That was why I fought. But in a democracy, when you already have an incumbent that told you that you should grab power, snatch power, fight for it, and run away with it, my dear, I am looking at how do the people of Nigeria win such a person. That is paramount in my mind. And that is what I will continue to tell the people of Southeast, so that they will understand that this time around, we are not talking about where the person is from. We are talking about how to unseat somebody who does not like the Southeast, and indeed who does not even like anybody from any part of Nigeria, including from Southwest. Tinubu gave you 2 ministers, only 2 substantive ministers. Which regime since 1999 has done that to the Southeast? And you are saying he should continue? Tinubu gave, look at Nwajiuba that says he wants to contest for the president. And he's telling you that anybody who wins the ticket, all of us will support the person. Because he knows. And you saw the way he was acting in this government. So anybody from the side is telling you, okay, Tinubu has 2 signature projects. He said Coastal Road from Lagos to Calabar. He said expressway, highway from Badagry to Sokoto. Which of these passed through Southeast? Yes, he has a minister of works from Southeast. And somebody is telling me, if not this person, let him continue. How? So that the woman now will not be qualified to be president or vice. Because I can tell you that in 2031, because of the absolute hatred he has for Nibo, he wouldn't even allow Nibo to be vice president. So we'll be talking about 2039 before Nibo man will even aspire to be president or vice. So I would rather say God forbid. So my brother, nobody in this office is saying give this person a ticket or Tinubu continues. And whoever is saying that, let the hardship and suffering remain in his own house. Tinubu will not continue. But let that person suffer the suffer that Tinubu is imposing on the people. So that is what I'm going to say on that. The sentiment in Nigeria now is that Tinubu should go. And ADC is the only option to make Tinubu to go. And 2027 is people of Nigeria against Tinubu and APC. And whoever ADC brings out, everybody will support to win the election. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Kenneth. And I think you've dealt with this question like 3 times now. So please, if you're going to ask that same question, I don't know, maybe you just joined because he answered it like 3 times back to back to back to back to back. Anyway, so let's move on. We have Nwoke, you go next, and Chazak, after Nwoke is Chazak, then Ikedia.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dr. Kenneth. I'm not even interested about who will be our candidate or not. I'm interested about the APC as a party. At least,
which zone are you from?
I'm from Anambra State. Good evening, sir.
Oh, all right.
So
I just want to confirm that people in the South East also like what you just said. Go ahead.
yes, I'm more interested about the party. And since I'm preaching about the unity of the party, so I have a very big worry about ADC membership card because the day P2B declared for ADC, I was in Enugu then, and my intention was after the declaration, I moved back to my ward, at least register with the party and keep advertising the party. But there is a problem. Since then till now, there is no membership card available to me person. And again, I just learned this because I was just talking to a PA Dr. Mrs. Josephine and I'm just speaking with his PA. So he was telling me that the only membership card available in Africa, I think is 25 membership card and the ward. And again, whenever I come online, I see places like Zamfara. I've already have 12,000 members. And here in our region, they say they provided only 25 pieces of membership card by a ward. So is there anything that we need to do to solve this problem? And people are eager to register. People are eager to join the party. So is there any way that you can address it, or is there anything that you can do about the membership card?
All right. Thank you for that. Like I pointed out, people of the Southeast are no longer interested in if it must be this person, but no. And thank you for confirming it. Now, we are trying to print new membership cards that would have enough inbuilt security and then have a way to serialize it to make sure that whoever has it will be able to confirm its original. However, what we do in our own Enugu state is that we provided register whereby anybody who wants to be member will be registered. I can guarantee you that even that 25 pieces you're talking about, if you look at it, it must have been the card of the old, that's before the David-led executive came in. It is not the card that is the new card that had to be printed by this NWC. So I know that we are working on it, but for now, we brought registers in Enugu State. Anybody who is a member will register your name first. And of course, you know that once your name is in the register, you remember. So that when the cards come, just distribute it. As a new party, we are fighting from all angles, including raising money for what we are doing. So certainly those things are on the way and they will soon be made available. So, but anywhere, your word or something, tell them to bring a register first. They can always buy a long notebook and people will be registering. They will rule it and their particulars will be there. So once the card comes, they will now distribute the cards. It will not stop anybody from registering as a member. So thank you very much on that.
Thank you very much, sir. So
and
okay,
and let me point out that it is now almost 10 p.m. and I know we started before 7. I know I joined 7:30. So by 10 p.m. we've done 3 hours. And
so
I
that
know
was the
the
question I
question.
actually wanted to ask you to say, how much time you still have with us so we know how to start rounding up and tell people to.
Well, I should be able to say by 10 we are supposed to conclude.
Okay, so we have like probably 3 minutes to go. Okay, so I will plead your indulgence if we can just take a few people. I think we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Please, we're going to make it real quick with your questions. I plead. We're not going to bring anyone up anymore. Just with the people we have on here, please. We have, just give us, let's say you can take 10 or 20 or 15 minutes more with us. That's fine, sir.
All right, let us proceed.
All right, thank you very much.
To your own part.
All right, I will play my part. Thank you. I'm not going to bring, so Please, if you are requesting for the mic, we're very sorry. We're not bring anyone up anymore at this point. So we're just going to work with the guys we have here. EKD, are you ready to ask the questions?
Because from what I'm saying, even if we stay 24 hours, we won't still finish.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. That's true, sir. So, EKD, you've not asked a question. All right, so let's go to Chazak. Then we'll go to Alaibi. Alaibi, if you're going off, on and off. So, Chazak, real quick, 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please. 1 minute.
Everyone. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dr. Kenneth Okonkwo. It's an honor talking with you right here. Yes, I'll go straight to the point. I actually registered online today at adc.org.ng. I just want to know if that is the right platform because I started with a monthly subscription of 500 naira. So I want to know if that's the right platform. Then, secondly, there was actually a high court case against some NFFL. I can't remember their full name now. Moving for the registration of ADC and for other parties recently. I didn't hear or read about the outcome of that case. So I know as an insider you are definitely going to have information about that. So that's another question I want to ask. Then thirdly, in the case. In the case.
We said one question, please. We have no time now. So please, one question. Thank you. Please.
Okay. No problem. I think he can deal with this too because they require straightforward answers. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity.
All right. I can't confirm now that online because there's a lot of criminality going on online. I can confirm to you that we want to do registrations, even as in online, but I can't confirm that particular one you now just stated because people are faking me now. Me, Kenneth Okonkwo, writing that they are Kenneth Okonkwo and using me to defraud people. So the mere fact that they used even ADC, this and that. So what I will do is that I will confirm with the people in charge of it, and then be specific on the particular, because if you can put just one dot on something and it will become different from another person's own. So I can't confirm that online thing now because of the level of criminality going on online. Then, secondly, a lot of busybody cases have been trumped up when they saw that they couldn't stop us. So the people that are saying deregister ADC, they just want to make noise to put doubt in the minds of people about ADC. They know that the case is so necessary because the condition to register a party is there in the Constitution. And we have members in the National Assembly, even before the Max executive came into existence. So we have elected members scattered everywhere in Nigeria. So ignore such. The one they even went to court looking for ex parte motion to stop David Mark-led exam from being registered in INEC. The court did not even grant them. An ex parte means that ADC did not even go to represent themselves because it's ex parte. The court said he lacks merit. So all those things are simply for propaganda's sake that the APC is good at. There is no serious case against APC in court now. So that is the idea of busybody. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Alaibi.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, good evening, everybody. I want to quickly ask. Earlier, the question is from the Honorable Former Minister, but I know that Mr. Dr. Kenneth Okonkwo will do justice to it. Please, I want to ask that. Honorable Minister talked about the kind of primaries that will be very convenient, where everybody will be united, where everybody will feel part of the process, that after the primary, he was so particular about the primary process. I want to ask Dr. Kenneth Okonkwo now, what kind of primary do you think is suitable, where people will feel like it is not dollarized? Even the indirect primary that we talk about, that we feel is cheaper, has become a thing of worry. Now, the direct primary process is even costlier. So what kind of primaries do we have to put in place in the ADC, where everybody will feel wanted, will feel part of the process, that after the primary process, we'll all be united and go through this election as one united body? I have to, but let me stay with this. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You know, when people talk, it is because they have not really taken time to understand the differences in those methods. What I will tell you is that where people have integrity, whichever method you choose will work out good. Where people do not have integrity, whichever method you choose will be questionable. When people talk about indirect primary still starts from direct primary. The delegates are voted by all the members, and then the delegates go to represent all the members. And you know that when you have delegates in one place, it's easier to monitor. Now, if you are a new party and you still want to go through direct primary, somebody just complained that the membership card itself have not landed. Now, you will not have to do the same thing you're going to do in that one venue when you're doing indirect. You would do exactly the same thing like that in all the taxes. And all members would have to vote directly for whoever they want. So it depends on the capacity of the party. It depends on the one they feel they can handle, and then they will take the decision. For now, I can tell you ADC has not taken any decision on either of them. As we are going, we will see how prepared we are and our logistics. And then we will see the one that we can handle transparently and accountably. And then we will make a choice as to that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So let's move on to AKDR. You have the mic, please.
Okay. Thank you, the host and the co-host. Good evening, Dr. Kenneth. My name is Kenneth from Enugu State.
Great.
Okay. My foremost question has actually been taken by the last responder, Chezak. But then again, I just want to find out the position of the fact that there is actually the possibility of getting competent persons from various regions to take this nation to a greater height. And I want to ask, what is the position of this in ADC, sir? Thank you.
Well, like I always advise, let us continue to sensitize people so that competent people will fill up ADC. Thank God for my brother, Honorable Nwajiuba, that said he's going to contest. Many other people too. Because eventually it is the people that present themselves that you choose from. You can't go to anybody's house to compel the person to come and contest. So we are the leadership of ADC. We are trying to make ADC attractive now to everybody. And that was why I was telling people that it will be unwise for any party that is growing to begin to seclude itself to one zone, because you've already cut off all the other zones and they will not come to join you. So we are trying to make ADC attractive to all Nigerians so that people from all look, ADC will be the first party that has just started, as in the David Mark led executive was recognized by September 10th, and people are already mentioning more than 4 very powerful people that are interested to contest in the presidency. That's a good sign. And many others will still come in. So the only thing we will keep doing is to ensure that ADC lives up to the true meaning of its constitution, and that wherever, anywhere you are, speak good of ADC, speak good of, we are throwing the party open to every qualified person, so that whoever is hearing that will feel that he's welcome, no matter from where he's coming from. That is the luxury that the opposition party has. They don't have the same luxury like the ruling party. So that is my own point. We're making ADC very, very attractive. And for your being Kenneth means handsome. I know you're a handsome man. That didn't have anything, because that's your name. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Maybe I'll name my son Kenneth as well, because he's handsome. All right. Let's move on to Dakuros. Are you there? Dakuros, are you there? Dakuros is not there.
Tell him to unmute himself.
Dakuros, unmute, please. Are you there?
him.
I don't think he's there. He's not there. So please go.
No.
Oladipupo. Oladipupo, are you there? All right, Oladipupo, you have the mic.
I'm here. Okay, thank you very much. Am I on?
Yes, please, just 1 minute to ask one question. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very okay. Very, very okay. Yeah, it's very okay. Now, I want to send my greetings to Dr. Okonkwo. You know, from
I can't hear him. I can't hear him. There's a network program.
Yeah, a lot of people, your phone is having
My,
private phone is having issues. So, I hear you now.
how is it granted that
I can't hear him.
ADC activities?
A lot of people, we can't hear you.
So I want to say kudos to you.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. So I don't know if you can drop and probably request the mic again real quick, so we can give you the opportunity. But if not, well, we are very sorry. We can't hear you. So let's move on straight to Malam. Malam, I think you're going to be the last person to ask this question for tonight. Malam, you have the mic, please.
Thank you, Odogu. Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Kenneth and every other person in the speaker section and all the listeners. My question to Chief is particularly coming from I from the north, so I don't know much about the southeast and the south because a lot of people are saying that the power is shifting to the south. So is he in the opinion that in 2027 power should remain in the south either way, either with Tinubu if he's in the APC, if he's the candidate of the APC, while the candidate of the ADC is somewhere else. So, as a southerner, did he believe in a southern candidate? And secondly, how is he seeing those who are defecting to ADC now? Because I just learned that a House member from Edo State and former governors of those states within the ADC now. So how is he seeing Edo State? Is Edo State aligning to the ADC? Are they moving towards the coalition and other southern states? And my third question concerning the effects of the governors that are defecting to the APC, particularly those in the southeast. How is it going to affect the general election? So those are my questions, and I hope thank you very much.
Thank you very much. In 2015, PDP had more than 28 state governors, but they still went and lost the election. So 2027 is going to be the people of Nigeria versus APC, and they will lose the election because no sensible Nigeria will go to vote for APC with all the suffering because everybody is disgruntled. According to my brother, Honorable Nwajiuba, which I believe. So I can tell you that the defection of these APC people or governors going to APC does not worry me. They are not the people of Nigeria, and their people are not following them. You saw how a governor defected in Bayelsa, the deputy did not follow him. Some governors defected their commissioners, did not follow them. So 2027, rest assured, the people of Nigeria will speak. And they will speak out, So when you say about whether the power is transiting south or not, I've talked on this issue, so maybe you were not around. And as a member of the ADC National Committee, ADC is going to provide level playing field for everybody, and whoever wins the primary election, every member of ADC will support that person. That is the position of ADC. So thank you very much. That is what I can say about this, except there is any other question from you that I've not answered.
Yes, sir, please. This is from someone kind of close to me. Ask Dr. Kenneth what he thinks about those who think that after 12 years of Muslim presidency, it may be absurd and perhaps dangerous to have another potential 8 years of another Muslim presidency. How would you react to that? First of all, it doesn't matter. What has happened?
Well, what I would want him to know is that voting for Tinubu means 8 years for Muslim president, Muslim vice president, 8 years for Muslim president, then 8 more years for, because it's not for the way we are tackling the Tinubu's choice. I can tell you that somebody like Tinubu, when he finishes 8 years, will hand over back to Muslim Northern and will bring another Muslim Southern to be the VP. Because you can see that Tinubu is bringing only his people for positions in Nigeria. So for me, when you're coming from Muslim ticket and you will go into another ticket, which is Muslim Christian ticket, either the president Christian or vice Muslim or president Muslim and vice Christian, that is preferable to having 8 years of Muslim ticket. So that is my submission on that. What I'm fighting for is not that Christians should dominate Muslims. No, that will be against my philosophy. I am not fighting against Islam. I'm not fighting against Muslims. I am fighting against discrimination. I'm fighting against not giving everybody a sense of belonging. My philosophy is let the Muslim patch, let the Christian patch in unity and brotherhood. They say, though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood will stand. When we get to the presidency, let's see our Muslim brothers, let's see our Christian brothers. I can tell you that if we had Muslim vice president, America will not come to say that there is genocide against Christians. That is the danger in creating the perception throughout the world that you are marginalizing or discriminating or dehumanizing a section of your people. That's the danger. So my own is that a Muslim should be accommodated in the villa, a Christian should be accommodated, so that any religion that enters there, they will know that we are a multi-religious country. So whether the president is Muslim or Christian vice, or Christian is president and Muslim vice, I'm okay with it. But I'm against Muslim ticket, I'm against Christian ticket for now in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Unfortunately, we can't bring anyone else up to ask those questions because at least Dr. Kenneth has been passionate enough and lenient enough to be here for over 3 hours. So at least it's just good for us to let him go so that next time when we call upon him, we'll definitely be here. I'm sorry if I can see a lot of you still requesting for the mic. I'm very sorry you can take more than what we have now. And we have to let Oga Kenneth go so he can attend to his own family issues. It's late already. All right, please, Dr. Kenneth, this is just the last, your last statement for us all. For the ADC, there's been this online basketballs going back and forth within different groups and different supporters and about the party. I understand that that's internal party politics, and that's how it should be. It shows that the party are getting there. It shows that people are passionate about the party and passionate about the fact that we want to let the guys in power today lead. So, what is happening? You're going to tell supporters on both sides or anywhere that have been, going back and forth at each other in social media. What is it you want to tell them? That unity statement that you want to, part with us to say, hey, guys, this is it, and we'll keep preaching that going forward. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. What I want to say is our common opponent is Tinubu and APC. It's only an unwise child that will begin to wash your dirty linen in public. My dear, there's nobody that is perfect. Take it from me. Democracy is not operating in the superlative. Democracy is operating in the comparative. Who is better than the other? I can tell you that the people that come out to contest for most beautiful girl in Nigeria, I can tell you that they are not the most beautiful. But they are the ones that came out to contest. And then you must choose from one of them. So if you begin to destroy your own, when it comes to the general election, you have done the job for them. For me, as I'm in ADC, every ADC leader is more qualified than you. So I am concentrating as an opposition leader against our opponents rather than destroying one of our own leaders. What if that person emerged? We have done the job for the APC for them. So let all of us unite for the purpose of rescuing Nigeria. Since we have discovered that we need everybody's help, then let us show love to all of us. Let us show unity. Let us stop abusing our leaders. All our leaders, they are the reason we are now even talking. Most of them have really sacrificed a lot for this party. So I don't want to be telling you the individual contributions of each one of them. I know that one of them gave us the national secretariat that we are in now. At the initial stage, we as members of the NWC refused to take it until all the leaders that are interested in contesting told us that we should take it. I want you to understand the sacrifice that they are making and the unity that they are exhibiting. They are united. And they have said it among themselves that whoever emerges from any of them, all of them and all of us will support. Let me tell you, anybody that leaves ADC, who is any member of the opposition, for whatever any outcome in ADC, whether it is free and fair, that person is working for Tinubu. Forget it. That's the truth. So we are united at the top. We are making a lot of consensus and agreement and sacrifice. So let this unity and love go down to everybody and every member, and together we shall win. Thank you very much for listening to me. God bless you all.
Thank you very much. So, hosts, up to you.
Thank you. Yeah. It's okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. We will not forget. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
And have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.
La 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 la.